Welcome.
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 With this project specifically, it is a collaboration between two artists on complete opposite sides of the world with completely different backgrounds and everything, doing more than just making something. It's making connections between people and helping people out.
Somebody might buy the doll and the money will go to the kids in Africa so they can go to school.
One's actions in Kansas City, in this community, can affect people on another side of the world and children on another side of the world.
The Children Change the Truth helps support are the 180 who now call St. Mary Kevin Orphanage in Uganda home. These kids don't have much. Not much in the way of family, clothes or shoes, books or toys. They've witnessed and been affected by disease, war, and loss. Change the Truth makes sure the children have 3 nutritious meals a day, a warm place to sleep, and self-sustaining projects. Most importantly, they give the children a sense of self-confidence and the tools to build a brighter future.
I love the idea of people working together, finding a way to help kids in need on the other side of the world by doing something that they love. The children love making these dolls and love knowing that they're finding good homes in the U.S. When I came back from Uganda this past December, I brought 40 of the dolls home with me. I decided to contact area artists to see if they might like to collaborate and do something with these dolls, complete a project that the children had started. Everybody jumped on board. They were really excited about the project.
Gloria had all these dolls on the table. This one spoke to me. It said, okay, take me.
I'd never even seen this little banana kind of character.
The more I worked with the doll, the more I realized that it was beautiful and perfect and complete as envisioned by the child.
The doll was made out of materials that whoever started it just found in their environment, and so I definitely wanted to just use materials that I could find in my environment and contrast how completely weird and different they would look together.
There's a really lovely relationship between the natural materials and the natural way in which they're made, and the work that I'm doing with the thorns is also a natural material. So it feels like a really natural and comfortable placement of the doll in this environment.
There really isn't much I can do to make the surface of the doll more beautiful than it is naturally. So I didn't really want to change the way that the doll looked. So I got some different kinds of brown inks, and I've been doing just little line drawings to mimic these banana leaf textures.
I don't know if Change Truth has given me the opportunity to name my doll, but I introduce to you Little Umpo. The wired mask is something I use in my art when I do plaster masks or figures. The nuts and bolts and screws are some of the things I use maybe each and every day of my life when I'm doing what I do.
One of the motifs in African American quilts is the open hand. It's the hand that is open to receiving as well as open to helping. it gives and it takes. And so I wanted this doll to have open hands. I wanted to place her among other children, the concept being that there are children all over the world in similar situations. And so I added mask figures all around her and on the stand.
I definitely thought about whoever started this doll and whoever made the doll that I'm working on now, and how different our lives are.
She is from Africa, maybe a bit older than me. She has no parents. She lives in an orphanage. She went into the jungle and she made the doll out of banana plants.
I could just imagine the child making the doll and the confidence that the child gained, creating something of beauty, and what a wonderful experience it was for that child to use his or her creativity. I wanted as much of the doll to show and adorn it in ways that perhaps the child could have done. I just wanted her to look happy. Ultimately, I wanted my doll to be a reflection of the child who made it.
Relative to our lives, it'd be easy to think that these children would feel sorry for themselves, have no sense of hope for the future, and feel that they have little control over what eventually happens to them. Change the Truth is helping the children today in their everyday lives. And with their artwork and our fundraisers, we are working together to change their tomorrows.
All it takes is one person, and then from one to another, and it grows to another and to another and another. That's what we got to do.
I remember when I told the kids that someone in the U.S. might buy one of their creations for the same amount of money it costs to go to school for an entire year. They couldn't believe it. I think for the first time in their lives, they felt like they could have an impact on their own future.
Change the Truth is making a difference, and I made a promise to make a difference. And Little Oompa is going to make a difference.